If your spouse is in the United States and your green card through marriage interview does not go well, then USCIS will schedule a much more invasive second interview. This second interview is known as a fraud interview or a Stokes interview. It's very serious and should not be taken lightly. If the interview does not go well, you will likely be referred to immigration court for removal, also known as deportation. At the fraud interview, you and your spouse will be separated. One spouse will stay with the interviewer and the other will wait in another room, or the waiting room. At this interview, you will be asked much more intimate questions, likely including uncomfortable questions about your sex life. You will likely each be asked to draw rooms in your home, and these drawings will be compared and become part of your case file. Your answers and drawings will be compared, and the officer will be able to determine if your marriage is legitimate. This fraud or Stokes interview takes much longer than the green card through marriage interview. The fraud interview may take between 1 and 3 hours to complete. We had one interview that went for 4 hours. At the end of the interview, the interviewer was still not satisfied. USCIS scheduled a third interview with a different USCIS officer. The third interview in this case lasted only 2 hours, but it was stressful for our clients. In the end, our clients were successful. They were very happy when the green card was granted. Should you have an attorney with you at your interview? The short answer is yes. At a minimum, you should consult with an attorney prior to your interview. But I believe you should absolutely retain one to go with you to your interview. Your attorney will sit with each of you when it's your turn to be interviewed. He will write down each question and the answers that you give and your spouse gives, and will have his own record of it. He can catch any mistakes that the officer may have in his notes about the testimony and make sure that the record reflects exactly what was said by each person. This is huge. The attorney can also prepare for you an interview by holding mock interviews prior to your fraud or Stokes interview. The mock interviews will help you clarify potential problem areas and help you feel more comfortable at your interview. The best way to avoid a fraud interview is to do well at your first interview. Take the time to be fully prepared for your first interview. The law offices of Lawrence Gruner Incorporated has handled immigration cases for over 20 years, and we have 5-star reviews. We handle cases in every US state. If you have an immigration question or would like help preparing your documents, or would like representation in your marriage green card case or other immigration case, please call us at 888-801-6558 or email us at attorneygruner@gmail.com. If you found value in this video, please give us a like and consider subscribing to our channel. Remember, this video is for educational purposes only and we are not representing you. Always consult with an immigration attorney prior to filing any documents with USCIS.